So, me being the degenerate I am with nothing to do, I decided I would look really closely into structures of, I don't even want to call them cycles, but the cycles. And so, I found some interesting similarities that interesting is like one way to put it. It's actually pretty fucking sick. Sick, bro. I'm gonna try and keep this really short, but here's what I'm gonna draw your attention to. So, first of all, let me turn off indicators. Oh, so right, obviously we had a cycle here and then a cycle here and then new cycle starting here up to here, and we obviously we're here now. But this marked the end of the last cycle. I don't know how many days of sideways this is. We can like count it out really quick. So 20 days from here down to here, I think that was on the fly, and then 13, 14. Okay, not the same amount of dates. That doesn't really matter. That's not really, unless I'm counting from the wrong place. I guess I'm technically supposed to count from here. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Let's just say 20, 25 days between each one. So looking at that, I'm not even going to try and like draw patterns, but here's what's interesting, right? Um, for the hell of it, I'm going to show you fib levels because it's kind of part of this, right? So we come down, we touch here, and we make a higher low, but really, really close to the previous low. So again, we'll look here. I'm going to pull up a 4 hour because we actually ticked a little bit below. So tick just below the 618 and then bottom on the 618. Interesting. Now, obviously, if we break below this level tomorrow, then this whole little presentation is pointless, but, it's still interesting to point out. But there's more to it. But wait, there's more! Right, TTM squeeze, this indicator on the top. If we look here, we were throwing the squeezing signal for a few days. This doesn't, when the dots are red, it means that the underlying is squeezing. In technical terms, it's when the Kentler channels are within the Bollinger Bands. But I just like to have this up because it throws like a clear signal, right? So we have the squeezing, and we set borderline new low, not quite a new low, but like within like a dollar or two. This is a 132.4. This is 135, 136. So what's within like what $3-4? Today the low was within $1 of the previous low, with pretty much the same amount of time traveled sideways. Give or take. It's not gonna be perfect, but right, we had the signal, and then we started to uptrend, and that marked like this cycle that went on right here. I'm not even gonna try and explain like what this move was. I thought this was like we were gonna flag here and we would see similar action to like right here or right here. Obviously that didn't happen, but interesting to see, right? You have, I don't know, X amount of days here. So we'll see if we open tomorrow. It's like weird to compare candlesticks like this. Like it doesn't really mean anything. But so we closed green here. So I mean, as long as we hold below our previous today's low, then I would say this is setting up to be really interesting. Because in wave terminology, you have your clear indicators. Do I look at one with the count on it? I don't think I've updated this in a minute. Whatever. So 1, 2. Then you have a 1, 2, and this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 makes a 1, and this, see, this was the lower low, so this would technically be the wave 2 right here. And assuming we bottomed right here, then you have your 1 and a 2 within this setup right here. So if this is the low, if today's level marked the low, which we'll see, I don't know. Obviously, if we break down below it and this means nothing, then that would mean that the tsunami is officially starting. I guess my next project is explaining the tsunami, quote unquote, in greater detail, because I'm sure not everyone totally understands what I'm saying by that, but to those of you that have been reading my shit for a while, you know exactly what I'm talking about. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I guess just watch tomorrow for a break below. What is this? 177, I think was the low. If I pull up an hourly, not a 30-minute. 177. Yeah, pretty much the tick. So yeah, we'll see. That's fucking crazy. But really quick before I sign off, I'm gonna go over downside targets. So I see this as A down, B up, C down. We can check that. I'm not gonna go too. I say that every time. So a little bit above 0.618 rejection. If we dig deeper, we'd expect A and C to be equal to each other. So we would take low, high, low, looking for 1-to-1. There's your 1-to-1 right there. So that would give us that level. And then to the downside, we would expect this move to gain parity with this move right here, A equals C. And so right here, the green level outlined is the previous low, but I'm not talking about that other form of analysis really quickly. I'm just saying A down, B up, C down to be equal to the length of B. So we measure move down, or the A wave down to the top of the B wave, and this level comes out to here. And then also, just for the hell of it, if we're looking at it from a super basic point of view, wave 1 up, wave 2, ideally this level here, possible this level here. And you can see that coincides with, you know, everything going on over here. I think on this view I have it shown up, but I just wanted to show you how I get to that. But yeah, see, let's clear this. Yeah, that green box is pretty much the areas we're looking for. But, I mean, we'll see. I just rambled about nothing. All right, I'm going to shut up. Good night.